Sweetheart, have you ever stood in front of your wallet, staring at those crumpled bills, whispering, "Come on, multiply already," only to hear nothing but silence? Or maybe you've tried commanding your bank account like a genie in a lamp, rubbing it with hopes and prayers, only to find more bills piling up instead of riches pouring out. Well, grab a cozy seat, because today we're diving into something truly magical. Money obeys your spiritual command. That's right, those dollar bills, those digits flickering on your banking app, they're not some stubborn beast bucking against your dreams. They're waiting for your inner voice to take charge with bold faith and a sprinkle of joy. Let me share a little secret about how I craft these talks for you. In a world where people ramble for hours in videos that leave you drowsy and no wiser, I believe in delivering a spark that ignites change without stealing your precious time. Even though this talk stretches a bit longer to unpack the treasures fully, say, about 25 minutes, every word is chosen like a jewel, straight from the heart, brimming with power to inspire real shifts in your life. No fluff, no empty chatter, just pure, uplifting wisdom that sticks like honey. Stay with me, and you'll feel a fire kindle within, unlike those endless, aimless videos that fizzle out. By the end, you'll be glad you lingered. Now, let's get honest. I know that sinking feeling when the rent looms, groceries cost more than your pride wants to admit, and that dream trip feels like a story from someone else's life. Maybe you're burning the candle at both ends, skipping small joys like a coffee date, or lying awake wondering why abundance seems to waltz past your door to knock on your neighbors. I've seen it in so many hearts, and if that's you right now, bless you. You're not alone. We've all faced moments where money feels like a foe, not a friend. But here's the truth. It's not just the economy, luck, or even endless hustle. The real game happens deeper, in your spirit, where your commands shape your world. The heart of the struggle? Most folks treat money like a wild creature they must hunt down and tame. They beg, they plead, they plot, but that's all wrong. Money isn't dodging you. It's answering the spiritual signals you're sending, whether you realize it or not. Why does this matter? Because if you're commanding from fear, doubt, or a sense of lack, you get more of that echoed back. It's like shouting into a canyon and hearing your worries boom louder. But shift to commanding from faith, joy, and certainty, and the universe rearranges itself to bring prosperity your way. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a law of life, as certain as the sun rising each morning. Let me share a simple way to see this, rooted in timeless truths. Picture your life as a garden. Your spirit is the soil, rich and ready. Your thoughts and words are the seeds you plant. And money, that's the harvest. If you sow weeds of worry, "I can't afford this," money's always tight. Wealth is for the lucky. You'll grow a prickly patch of scarcity. But plant seeds of abundance. Plenty flows to me with ease. I am worthy of wealth. Money arrives in joyous ways, and your garden bursts with blooms you never dreamed possible. This isn't just poetic. It's the law of cause and effect, woven into the very fabric of existence. Even science gives a nod. Psychology shows how your mindset shapes outcomes, and whispers from quantum physics suggest our focus molds reality. But at its core, it's spiritual. Your inner command sets the outer world spinning. Let's have a chuckle. Imagine money has ears. What have you been telling it? Scram, you're nothing but trouble. Or, come here, darling, let's dance a jig. I once knew a man who grumbled daily about his empty pockets, and sure enough, they stayed bare. But when he started laughing at his woes and declaring, "Money loves me and sticks around," opportunities sprouted like wildflowers after a spring rain. Funny how that works, isn't it? Now, let's get to the practical magic. You don't need a degree in metaphysics or a candlelit ritual under the stars, just simple steps to align your spirit and call in the flow. First, start with awareness. Each morning, before you even pour your coffee, take a quiet moment to listen to your inner talk about money. Jot it down if it helps. Are you muttering, "Bills are drowning me," or affirming, "I'm open to unexpected blessings"? Catch those gloomy whispers and gently flip them. It's like teaching a puppy to sit. Patience and repetition win. Second, Strengthen your faith muscle. Faith isn't wishful blindness. It's seeing the harvest before the seeds even sprout. Try this. Picture your ideal financial life, vivid as a painting. See yourself paying bills with a smile, treating friends to dinner, or tucking away savings for a future that sparkles. Hold that image for 5 minutes daily, feeling the joy as if it's happening now. Add a giggle laugh at how delightfully absurd it feels to be so carefree, like you're in on a cosmic joke where lack is the punchline that flops. Third, speak your commands with gusto. Words are one, sweetheart. Instead of, "I hope I get a raise," proclaim, "Divine opportunities bring increase now." Make it playful, say it in the mirror with a wink, or whisper it in the grocery aisle, turning errands into treasure hunts. I knew a woman who declared, "Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance." And soon after, a forgotten refund check arrived, followed by a surprise bonus. Mere chance? Not a bit. Your words are the spark that lights the fire, but words alone won't do. Act as if. That's step 4. If you're commanding wealth, live in its energy. No, don't go on a reckless spending spree that's fear wearing a flashy mask. Instead, try small acts of generosity. Tip a little extra, share a coffee with a friend, or give what you can to a cause. It tells the universe, "I'm in the flow, send more." Here's a fun twist. Treat your money like a cherished pet. Thank it when it arrives, bless it when it leaves, trusting it multiplies and returns. A man I knew started blessing every dollar he spent, and within months, his income doubled. Politeness pays, it seems. Fifth, let go of the how. This one's a gem but takes practice. Clinging to how money should arrive, lottery, promotion, inheritance, blocks the countless ways it can. Maybe it's a new client, a brilliant idea that sells, or help from an unexpected source. Release the need to control with a laugh, saying, "All right, universe, surprise me." It's like ordering a meal without spying on the chef. The dish arrives just right. Sixth, guard against doubt on those tough days when fear sneaks in like an uninvited guest. Surround yourself with reminders of abundance. Stick affirmations on your fridge, play uplifting songs on your commute, or find a group of kindred spirits who cheer your dreams. Alone, fear grows. Together, faith soars. Seventh, keep learning. Read books that lift your spirit. Listen to stories of those who've turned scarcity into plenty. Knowledge fuels faith, and faith fuels results. I once met a shopkeeper who devoured every book on prosperity she could find, and her small store grew into a thriving business. She didn't just read, she acted on what she learned, step by step. Eighth, celebrate small wins. Did you find $1 on the street? Get a discount you didn't expect? Cheer like it's $1 million. Celebration magnifies abundance, signaling to the universe you're ready for more. I knew a young artist who danced every time a small sale came through, and soon her work was selling faster than she could paint. Ninth, practice gratitude daily. Before bed, name 3 things about money you're thankful for. Maybe a bill paid, a meal enjoyed, or even the coins in your pocket. Gratitude is like fertilizer for your spiritual garden. It makes everything grow lusher. A friend of mine started this habit, and within weeks, new opportunities knocked. 10th, trust the timing. Sometimes the harvest takes a season to ripen. Don't dig up your seeds in impatience. Keep tending your garden with joy, knowing the universe is always on time. I recall a writer who affirmed abundance daily, and though it took months, a book deal landed that changed her life. These steps aren't a quick fix. They're a joyful dance with life. Start with one, maybe the awareness exercise, and add others as you go. You'll notice shifts, small at first, then growing into waves of plenty. Now, don't just sit there nodding, take action. Pause this video, grab a piece of paper, and write one bold money command. Say it aloud 3 times with a grin. Feel that tingle? That's your spirit waking up. Or drop a comment below. What's your money command? Sharing makes it real. Let's talk a bit more about why this works. Your spirit is connected to an infinite source. Call it the universe, divine supply, or that great cosmic bank account. When you align your thoughts, words, and actions with this truth, you tap into a flow that never runs dry. It's not about forcing money to obey. It's about becoming the kind of person money naturally flows to. Think of it like tuning a radio. You adjust your frequency to pick up the prosperity signal, clear and strong. Let me tell you about a baker I knew. She struggled for years, barely keeping her shop open. Bills piled high, and she was ready to quit. But one day, she decided to try this approach. She started affirming, "My bakery is a magnet for abundance," and visualized happy customers lining up. She spoke kindly to every penny, gave extra cookies to kids, and let go of worrying how the money would come. Within a year, her shop was bustling, with catering orders she never dreamed of. She didn't just bake bread, she baked faith, and the harvest was sweet. Now, let's address a common hiccup. What if you try and nothing happens right away? Sweetheart, that's just the seed settling into the soil. Keep watering it with faith and action. Sometimes the universe is lining up something bigger than you can imagine. A young man I knew affirmed daily for a better job, but weeks passed with no change. Instead of giving up, he kept at it, acting as if the job was coming. One day, a stranger at a cafe overheard him talking about his skills and offered him a gig that doubled his income. Patience turned his command into reality. Another key: stay playful. If you treat this like a grim chore, you'll push the flow away. Approach it like a game. Laugh at your old fears, dance when you affirm, and wink at the universe like your old pals. Joy is the secret sauce that makes your commands irresistible. I once saw a woman turn her grocery shopping into a treasure hunt, whispering, "Abundance finds me everywhere." She started finding coupons, sales, even a random gift card in her purse. The universe loves a cheerful commander. Let's weave in another story. There was a teacher, overworked and underpaid, who felt trapped in scarcity. She began with small steps, writing down her money thoughts each morning, noticing how often she said, "I can't afford it." She flipped those to, "I have more than enough for all I need." She visualized her classroom filled with supplies, her bank account growing. She spoke her commands with a smile, even when doubt nipped at her heels. One day, a grant she'd forgotten applying for came through, covering new books and a raise. Her faith had carved a path for plenty. Now, you might wonder, what about practical stuff like budgeting or investing? Those are tools, sweetheart, but they work best when your spirit leads. A budget rooted in fear pinches, one rooted in faith expands. Learn the skills, yes, but let them flow from a heart that knows abundance is your birthright. I knew a man who balanced his books with dread until he started blessing his budget as a tool of increase. Suddenly, he saw ways to save and earn he'd missed before. As we near the end, let's double down on action. Pick one step, maybe the visualization, and commit to it for a week, 5 minutes a day, seeing your financial dreams in vivid color, feeling the joy. Or try the gratitude habit, 3 things each night. Small steps build big bridges. Share your plan in the comments. Let's inspire each other. What's one command you'll try today? To keep this fire burning, surround yourself with abundance thinkers. Avoid the naysayers who moan about hard times. They'll dim your light. Find a friend, a group, or even online communities where faith in prosperity thrives. Share your wins, no matter how small, and watch them grow. A woman I knew joined a group affirming abundance together, and their collective energy brought promotions, side gigs, and unexpected gifts to all. And if you stumble, laugh it off. Doubt is just a cloud passing over your Sunday. Brush it aside and keep commanding. The universe is patient, waiting for you to claim your share. I once met a carpenter who lost everything in a bad deal. He could have sunk into despair, but he chose to affirm, "New doors open for me now." He started small, building furniture for friends, blessing every sale. Within a year, he had a thriving business. Your comeback is always possible. Let's wrap this with a vision. Picture yourself a year from now, your bank account full, your heart light, your dreams unfolding. That's not a fantasy. It's your spiritual right, waiting for your command. Money obeys because you are a child of infinite supply, worthy and ready. Take these tools, use them with joy, and watch your world transform. If this sparked something in you, hit that subscribe button for more wisdom, whether quick bursts or deep dives like this, all crafted to lift you higher. Drop a comment with your money command or a win you're celebrating. Let's keep this abundance flowing. Share this with a friend who needs a lift, and let's build a community of joyous commanders. Until next time, go forth with faith, laugh at the old fears, and command your riches with a twinkle in your eye. They're already on their way.